Hello students, myself Ashish Rai. Welcome to my YouTube channel Watch and Learn. Please subscribe my channel to learn different educational topics. Before starting today's video, I would like to thank all the students and viewers who have already subscribed my channel. I would also like to thank those students and viewers who are going to subscribe my channel. Hello students, today I am going to discuss about the nutrition in plants. I think you all learned that food is essential for all living organisms, and carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are components of food. These components of food are necessary for our body and are called nutrients. So, mode of nutrition in plants. All living organisms require food, but plants are only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using water, carbon dioxide and mineral in the presence of sunlight. The nutrients enable living organisms to build their bodies, to grow, to repair damaged part of their bodies and provide the energy to carry out life process. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. There are three types of mode of nutrition observed in plants: autotrophs, heterotrophs and saprotrophs. Now I am going to discuss about autotrophs. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances is called autotrophic nutrition. Auto means self, trophs means nourishment. Therefore, most of the plants are autotrophs. Most animals and some plants that take ready-made food prepared by plants are called heterotrophs. Autotrophic plants prepare their own food by the process known as photosynthesis. Leaves are called the food factories of plants because photosynthesis takes place in leaves. Plants absorb water and minerals from the soil and transport to the leaves. During the daytime, plants absorb carbon dioxide through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. Such pores are called stomata. The leaves have green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize food from carbon dioxide and water. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. We can represent the photosynthesis process as follows: carbon dioxide plus water, in the sunlight chlorophyll, carbohydrates plus oxygen. Carbohydrate and oxygen are the output of the photosynthesis process. The leaves other than green color also have chlorophyll. The large amount red, brown and other pigments mask the green color. Photosynthesis takes place in these leaves also. Okay students, you have just learned that plants synthesize carbohydrates through the process of photosynthesis. The carbohydrates are made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These are used to synthesize other components of food, such as proteins and fats. Proteins are nitrogenous substances which contain nitrogen, but plants cannot absorb atmospheric nitrogen. They get nitrogen from different nitrogenous salt present in the soil. These nitrogenous salt, in the other hand, are prepared by some bacteria such as Nitrobacter, Azotobacter, etc. Other modes of nutrition present in plant. There are some plants which does not have chlorophyll. Like humans and animals, such plant depends on the food produced by other plants. They use the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Look at the figure. You will see some yellow tubular structures turning around the stem and branches of a tree called Cuscuta. It does not have chlorophyll. It takes ready-made food from the plant on which it is climbing. The plant on which it climbs is called a host. Since it deprives the host of valuable nutrients, it is called parasite. There are a few plants which trap insects and digest them. Such plants may be green or of some other color. Look at the plant in this figure. The pitcher-like structure is the modified part of the leaf. The apex of the leaf forms a lid which can open and close the mouth of the pitcher. When an insect lands in the pitcher, the lid closes and the trapped insect digested by the digestive juices secreted in the pitcher. Such insect-eating plants are called insectivorous plants. Another mode of nutrition present in plants is saprotrophic nutrients. Plants that grow on dead animals or rotting wood are saprotrophs, and their mode of nutrition is called saprophytic nutrition. Fungi, orchids are the examples of saprophytic plants. After death, the plants and animals get degraded by the action of some bacteria, and the nutrient components return to the environment. Thus, the nutrients of the environment get replenished. Now, students, please note what you have learned. All organisms take food and utilize it to get energy for the growth and maintenance of their bodies. Green plants synthesize their food themselves by the process of photosynthesis, so they are autotrophs. Plants use simple chemical substances like carbon dioxide, water, and minerals for the synthesis of food. Chlorophyll and sunlight are the essential requirements for photosynthesis. Complex chemical substances such as carbohydrates are the products of photosynthesis. Solar energy is stored in the form of food in the leaves with the help of chlorophyll. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. Oxygen released in photosynthesis is utilized by living organisms for their survival. Fungi derive nutrition from dead, decaying matter. They are saprotrophs. Plants like cuscut are parasites. They take food from the host plant. A few plants and animals are dependent on others for nutrition and are called heterotrophs. Okay student, this is all for this video. Please keep watching my channel and share with your friends. Thank you for watching.